Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. Today I want to speak about Teun Koopmeiners. Is he really a player that we need? Is he really a player that I want? Controversial take towards the end of the video, but before that we need to speak about a lot of topics because, guys, I can't believe what I'm reading. No, but seriously, sometimes I'm asking myself, do they really believe what they are writing? Or they are taking us for, I don't know, stupids, fools? No, because if you're reading the title on Corriere dello Sport, Thiago alza la posta, which means Thiago is asking for more salary. But do you really believe, sincerely now, be rational, that Thiago Motta on the Harley Davidson with the wife, traveling from Bologna, stopping in Madrid, and now going to Portugal, because he's there now, he arrived in Portugal. Suddenly, yesterday on the 29th of May, while he already said goodbye to his ex-team Bologna, he said, oh, I totally forgot to speak about the salary. Maybe I should call Giuntoli on my bike and saying, oh, Giuntoli, you know what? No, I read somewhere 3.5, I prefer 5 million euro. Guys, seriously, die. Everything is already done. Why should he on earth already say goodbye to his team Bologna? And he didn't find an agreement on the salary. What are we speaking about, guys? Seriously. No, everything is already done. We already have more details, like Tuttosport, but all the papers, except of Corriere, are already reporting what is the agenda, the schedule of Thiago. Well, he's now on holiday with his wife in Portugal and with his 3 daughters. By the way, I have a big question. I can't sleep on it. No, but seriously, I can't sleep. Because I'm asking myself, if you went with Madame Angela Lee Motta on the Harley Davidson to Portugal, and he's there with the 3 daughters. How did they go there? The 3 daughters. I don't know. Anyway, because there is only one spot on the Harley. I have no idea. If you know, let me know in the comment. I'm really curious. But he's there now. You will take a bit of holidays. Next week, there will be the official signature, black on white, on the contract. And then they will announce Thiago Motta towards mid-June. So a bit more patience. When will he be physically in Torino? They're speaking about the month of July. Now, that doesn't mean that they will not work. They have a lot of work to do, and you know it. Today you have Skype, you have Teams, you have all the things in the world. You have the telephone, you have WhatsApp, so they will work because there is a lot of work. And now there are even more confirmation about Thiago Motta and Juventus, the wedding that is not official yet, but we all know about it. Yesterday there was a big event and there was an exclusive talk about some people that know really well Thiago Motta that were speaking about him. Motta svolta Juve, the change of Juve with Thiago Motta. The words of Al-Khelaifi, president of Paris Saint-Germain, that was also the president of Thiago Motta, first as a player and then when he was coach of the youth team of l'équipe de Paris, Les Bleus et Rouges. Al-Khelaifi about Motta. In Torino, he will do well. Guys, they are openly saying he will go to Juve. He will go to, except if he will go to Torino, I doubt about that. But there are more people that spoke about him, like Arteta, the coach of Arsenal, that was his teammate since they were not even 18 years old in the Youth Academy Center of Barcelona. He said, guys, he's really a good person, a really good player, really good coach, and choosing for Juventus, he showed that he has a lot of, will not say the word. Anyway, he spoke about him. Cesc Fabregas spoke about him. Xabi Alonso spoke really well about him. Guys, they are all going towards, they know he will go to Juve. So don't worry, just have a bit of patience. Before speaking about Teun Koopmeiners, 29,945 this morning. What, today and tomorrow. If we want to reach the 30,000 Juventini before the end of May, it's today or tomorrow. We missed 55 Juventini. I'm sure that we can find them. Guys, I know that a lot of you, they are watching, especially the shorts now, and they don't subscribe yet. It's the moment to subscribe. So maximum of like, don't forget to subscribe and comment. Let me know what you think about the Thiago Motta situation. Yesterday, Daniele Rugani, official now, wedding with Michela Persico. The son was there. Not only, there were also some Juventus players that you can see here on the picture. Miretti, Gatti, Locatelli, Fagioli, and Perin. There were even more players. For example, I saw yesterday the Instagram of the girlfriend of Federico Chiesa that was there as well. So not all the persons were there on the picture, but there were more players than the one that we saw on picture. Auguri, congratulations to Daniele Rugani, that is a fantastic person. Kudos to the fantastic, beautiful suit of Mattia Perin. Fagioli, I don't know. Anyway, yesterday was also the day that Bonucci said officially goodbye to football retirement with a motivational video. As we know, the number 19, the ex-number 19 of Juventus, goodbye, Leonardo Bonucci. I don't want to speak too much about Bonucci. I want to go towards the next topic, the priority list of Juventus. That will not be the only list, but the priority. Di Gregorio, l'uomo di Gre. That's the first one. We know it. Second one, Calafiori. And third one, Teun Koopmeiners. Di Gregorio, why? Because he can play with his feet. A total different goalkeeper as Szczesny, as Perin, as Pinsoglio. Juventus, they want to say goodbye to Szczesny in a way. Why? To cash in, or at least to save on the big salary, and Di Gregorio will be the first goalkeeper, confirmed by a lot of people. Calafiori, not an easy one. We already spoke a bit more in detail in the video of yesterday. Nothing new there. Juventus, they will try to keep pushing between 20 and 30 million euros, somewhere there. So Juventus is negotiating there. Guys, we are not speaking about an isolated deal. It's not that you really need to save 5 million or otherwise we don't do it. You need to check the Mercato, to look at the Mercato in an entirety from now on until the end of the Mercato on the 31st of August, if not on the 1st of September. Because if you are saving 5 million here, 2 million here, 3 million here, well, at the end, it's a lot of money that you're saving for investing for another player, because we know it, and I told you, a lot of new faces will arrive at Juventus at the end of 24 Mercato. Fabrizio Romano is confirming the name that we will talk about in today's video, Teun Koopmeiners. What did he say yesterday? Yes, Juventus keep working on Teun Koopmeiners deal, already approved also by Thiago Motta. He understands that Koopmeiners is also keen to move there to Juventus, to the Bianconeri, because he wants to stay also in Italy. Okay, what do we know about Koopmeiners? We know that Juventus is on the player. Not since a few weeks, since really long. How long are we speaking about Teun here on the channel? Even if you remember really well, there were some talks in December that Juventus was on the player. They tried to approach to get closer in contact with Atalanta, where Atalanta said, no, we are still fighting to qualify to Champions League. We are dreaming to go really far in Europa League. At the end, they did really well because they won the Europa League. They lost the final anyway. But Teun Koopmeiners is on the list of Juventus. They tried with Giuntoli, not to make sure that Allegri was happy, but probably already thinking about the next coach. Also there, we start understanding how long Thiago Motta has been in contact and probably approached by Cristiano Giuntoli. The problem is the price, and if in December, when Atalanta heard it the first time, they said no, but they were speaking about 45 million euro for the Dutch player, well, after the fantastic season, after all these months that went, the price increased 55, 60 million euro, 45 million euro is not enough. Juventus can't allow themselves to go with 60 million euro cash, even 55 million euro cash. It is impossible. So Juventus have two different ways. Or they sell a lot of players as fast as possible to cash in, and then giving that money to Atalanta, which I think it will be really difficult, or they can try to sit at the table with Atalanta telling them, guys, the player wants to leave. He wants to join Juventus. He's ready for the next step in his career. We can probably insert a player. Player, we talked about it yesterday, could be a Sole, could be a Huijsen, because other players, it's not that at the moment Atalanta is really interested in, so we can't just give whoever player we want. They go for top talent, so we need to be really careful with that, what name we are putting at the table there. So there are two solutions to or decrease or having that money. Here on the channel, I have always told you, I love the player. He's really great. It was one of the players that I always had in my Serie A Fantasy League, because he's a player that is scoring, doing some assists. He can do the defensive phase. The offensive phase is really key. And I understand the interest about Cristiano Giuntoli, the interest also about Thiago Motta, the benefits that he will have in the midfield of Juventus. Then on the other side, if I'm telling you 55 million euro, 60 million euro, no, I never believed that Juventus could even reach these kind of money. And that's why I never got super excited. I believe that for 60 million euro, you can do much more. You can go for alternative that probably will not be as ready as Teun, because Teun speaks the language, he knows the league, already proved himself, he's at full maturity, he's ready for Juve. But I believe that you can save here and there, maybe going even for 2 players instead of 1. Starting maybe with renewing an Adrien Rabiot, because you know it, Adrien Rabiot, if you renew him, you spend €0 on the market, and you have a midfielder. Then you can fulfill with maybe 2 other players that are way less expensive. Thuram from Nice that Juventus is keeping monitoring. There is maybe a Samardzic. Can you imagine 2 for the price of 1? Now Adrien Rabiot, that a few weeks ago we were all thinking it's over, he will leave. Ciao, ciao. Au revoir, Adrien. Well, he's getting closer and closer and closer to Juventus for all the reasons that we are mentioning here every single day. The good news is that we should know really soon about the future of Adrien, because he wants to play Euro 24 with a free mind, focusing only about Les Bleus, Mbappé, and so on and so on. By the way, we'll cover on Football Euro 24 if you want to follow Football, the second channel. We are starting to put the engine again in work. That's the good news. At least we know, because Juventus, I tell you, is on a rush. They are really rushing to sell, but also to sign players, especially before 2024. There is one exception. That exception is Federico Chiesa. They will do it after Euro 24, which is a big risk, because if Chiesa will go, which I predict, with a fantastic, phenomenal Euro 24, he can put a fist on the table asking way more in salary, which Juventus will not be able to give. So Juventus and Chiesa at the moment, guys, if you're listening and reading all what is happening, there is absolutely no certainty. Today, I would not put my hand in fire to tell you he stays or he leaves. We don't know. Another target, but it's not a priority, and it's really strange. There are the fullbacks, left, right. There are a lot of names, alla Dorgu, alla Di Lorenzo that really wants to leave Napoli. They will try everything to keep him, but apparently, according to the agent, at the moment as we speak, there is no way. So he really would love to go to Juventus to play Champions League, all the competition, to go back to Giuntoli. That was the first one that gave him a chance from Empoli to Napoli. So pay attention there, but at the moment it's not sure. And also, continue to monitor the name that I told you yesterday, Barbieri, because Barbieri could be maybe, who knows, the revelation of 24-25, a bit like Cambiaso was. I didn't believe totally in Cambiaso doing the season that he did. Well, on Barbieri, I will be a bit more prudent. Pay attention. Wait and see. And then we go towards the last part, the fantastic interview on Gazzetta dello Sport. Guys, when it's correct, it's correct. Gazzetta dello Sport is that wrote an interview with Niccolò Fagioli that spoke about all his problems, about the betting, the gamble scandal. Is really beautiful. We have no time to go through all the details on it, just telling you that yes, it's over now for him, but of course there is always that temptation to fall again in it, and he's fighting against every single day. He wants to be a better person. He said, I never hurted nobody else than myself, but it was really a tough moment, and I will probably live with it for the remaining part of my life. So guys, if we can support the person, the man, Niccolò Fagioli, do it for the remaining part of the interview. If you want to, Telegram group where we translated all the article, you can read it there. Grazie ragazzi for following the channel. 55%, that's what we need. 30,000 Juventini, I'm counting on you. Grazie, forza, Juve.